challenges definitely with teaching Spanish for Spanish speakers. As you can see here in the next slide, students will make fun of a non-native teacher. A lot of teachers are a little nervous. If they're like me, I'm not a native speaker of Spanish, but they're a little nervous about teaching Spanish for Spanish speakers. They're thinking, wow, these kids already speak Spanish. They're going to rip me up in that classroom. But the truth is that this is the perfect environment for a true constructivist classroom. I'm not perfect at Spanish. My pronunciation is never, perfect, but it's pretty good. But I do know a lot about grammar. I know a lot about literature, a lot about writing. And so together, student and teacher are able to build a comfortable environment in that classroom that's built on each person, teacher and student, learning, constructing their understanding of the work that they're doing. And it's a really good way to create a bond between teacher and student. So I think in that way, if you look at it from that perspective, it's really not that bad. A way to deal with those challenges, though, is through the right training, using the right units, really focusing on a professional learning community within your school or hopefully your district if it's small enough, really helps give support and knowledge for best strategy sharing to work with your students. Now here's another one. Spanish for Spanish speaker students are often what you would call your trouble students, especially level 1, your longtime English learners who have low Spanish and low English, academic Spanish. Well, these are our students with high BICS, basic intercommunication skills. These students are the ones who have not been successful in English in their English classes. Yeah, they're frustrated because, well, if everybody wants to be good at something, and sometimes some of these kids, the only thing they can be good at is being disruptive or being bad. Well, using the right units and working together as a collaborative team, we find that we're really able to reach our students more effectively than we ever have been before. Having the students finally feel successful in writing, giving them the hope that they are going to be able to do well, teaching them, especially at the basic levels, about culture and to be proud of the culture that they come from rather than embarrassed because it's not the dominant culture in this community. So these are really exciting things that it takes a while, it takes a little bit of effort, but it does pay off. As well, some ways to counteract that, and you look at those students that I'm going to show you a slide of. Something especially for the beginning levels of Spanish speakers is to focus on motivation and really getting a good understanding of what it is to be successful and helping kids learn to focus on analyzing themselves. Why don't I do well in the classroom? Why don't I do my homework? Really thinking about how to focus time, letting the kids stay after school for tutorial, structuring homework and turning in assignments. Maybe you keep everything in class at the beginning and you foster the kids' development of responsibility with homework. Maybe giving kids chances to make up work. These are all ways to help kids start to begin to feel successful. And once they see that they can get an A in this class, or they can at least pass the class, and they've not been very successful in any other classes, then that's a wonderful way to build their confidence in the future for other classes, and they'll be better lifelong learners, we hope, right? As well, some of the other students, you're going to have different types of students in there. They're not all the same. Some of the other students, for example, are very highly focused, new to the United States, or honors and AP students. They really want to do well in there, and they're in a class with students who haven't done that well in the past. This is a great time and evening field for other students who usually haven't been able to feel successful to be successful for one of the first times. last challenge that I have here is that sometimes teachers feel that they don't have the skills to teach writing. How am I supposed to teach language arts curriculum if I'm a foreign language teacher? I focus on verb conjugations and indirect and direct object pronouns. Well, honestly, a lot of English teachers of English language arts never took a class on teaching writing. Not many have. Some have, but not many have. Through the Wright Institute and through the modeled scaffolded activities that they have in their units, teaching writing is a breeze. I don't think I was the greatest writing teacher before or the best writer, but now I am a pro, and I'm telling you, after one unit, your students will be professional writers. It'll be absolutely amazing. Thank you for taking the time to learn about our Spanish for Spanish Speakers program. For more information and documents that support our courses, please visit my website and take the time to view the other short videos in this series. Adios!